Would I have more success on social media if my texture was looser? Abort! Abort! Your hair will never stop growing unless you use my recipe. They will look at me crazy. The natural hair community. I come in peace, but we need to talk. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jen J, and in today's video, things are probably gonna get real, but it's a conversation that needs to happen, so let's get right into it. Before I get started though, I don't know if you're new here or not, girl, but we are doing Vlogmas and today is day 2. We're still going strong. Basically that means I'm uploading a video every single day in December, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. I'm actually feeling pretty down today. I'm actually having a very interesting day today. I mean, we've seen all the videos all over the internet about the natural hair community, how it's toxic, how it's a failure, how the whole movement needs to be thrown away. And I kind of feel like when we talk about the natural hair community, we need to specify who we're talking to, okay? Because there's the audience, there's the brands, there's the creators, and there is the what next? What should we be doing? How do we move on from here? And those are the things that we're actually going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's address the audience, all of us who are part of the natural hair community technically. The community itself, in my view, is a reflection of us. Okay, let me explain. So many of us see the natural hair community for the negative parts, you know, it's a failure, there's so much texturism and colorism in the community. But is that new? I say the natural hair community is a reflection of us because texturism and colorism has always been part of our community. I grew up experiencing it. I experienced both actually being from the Caribbean. I'm sure you have too. No matter where you are in the world, we've experienced some sort of texturism and colorism, okay? And it's sad, as much as some of us, you know, with the looser textures may not experience these discrimination, but I think the natural hair community made it bluntly obvious how prevalent the discrimination is and was. The community that we know, the online natural hair community that we know, started forming in 2008, 2009, I would say. I entered the scene in about 2010. That's when I wanted to learn about my hair and care about my hair. So I went online. I went on Google, stumbled across all of the hair forums, and that's how my journey started. From that point on, I started looking at videos on YouTube, and the first thing that I noticed is the fact that there weren't many women like me with my exact texture posting on these internet streets, okay? And when I mean my exact texture, I'm talking about 4C. I'm talking about kinkier, tighter coils, okay? And we don't want to use the hair typing terminology anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. So in that sense, although there was a lack of representation back then, I would say the natural hair community did me good. It allowed me to embrace my hair, to learn about my hair. Imagine me being 20 something, not knowing what the hell to do with my hair, and having to learn about it online. Being able to see other creators posting about their hair and seeing their journey encouraged me. First of all, that it's possible that I can take care of my hair, but also gave me a roadmap. Okay, maybe I can do this, I can do that. Based on the information that I got from the hair forums, of course, I took that with me and started my channel. And that's why I say it's a representation of us. At the time, we wanted to take care of our hair, which is how the community was formed. And it allowed many of us to embrace and learn and care for our hair. So those are the positives. And I like to focus on the positive because as much as we like to shit on the community now, it was what we needed. It was what so many of us needed to start our hair journey. Fast forward to now though, things have changed. I feel like we're pretty divided within the community. It's no longer about us coming together and empowering each other and helping each other take care of our hair. Things have deteriorated from that point on. And brands came into the scene. So let's talk about the brands for a bit. Of course, the brands entered the scene and they saw a huge opportunity to make money off of the community. Let's face it, we love our products, and I think mentally as a community, we feel that the best way for us to take care of our hair is in a bottle. It comes in a bottle, shampoo, oil, conditioner, deep conditioner, whatever it is, it's in the bottle, it's in the jar. And brands were like, that's what you want? Then I'm gonna give it to you. It became about pushing products, and that's where, as a creator, obviously I feel some sort of way because a lot of us have talked organically about so many brands, and we've put them on the map, for them to turn around and not even want to pay us pennies, if that. They have capitalized off of the emotions of Black women, the fact that we want to grow our hair, and a lot of us have issues growing and retaining length. They just slid right in and took advantage. And there's so many discrimination that's still happening within creators and brands. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but a lot of brands will work with creators with looser textures, straight hair, and not us, the one that talked about the products organically, or creators with kinkier textures. They don't want to be associated with us. At the same token though, I kind of get it, because a lot of us lack the knowledge when it comes to how this industry works. So we talk about a lot of these products for free, we advertise it for free, and they're like, why would we pay you if you're already doing it? So it became very tricky in terms of brands and creators, and the whole dynamic between us talking about certain products and wanting to be compensated for that. And I know what you're thinking, we should be supporting our own, we should be supporting Black-owned brands, but Black-owned brands are the ones that pay us less. They are the worst, okay? It's so difficult to support Black-owned brands if I can't support myself. I don't get a pass when I go to Walmart and I'm like, I'm a small Black-owned business, let me get a discount. They will look at me crazy. And that's how a lot of these Black-owned brands are in our inbox, talking to us creators, and our target audience is very valuable to them. We love spending money on products, and we buy so many products, whether someone talks about it or not. I used to be a huge product junkie, so it kills me almost to see where we've gotten in terms of brands, Black-owned brands, creators, and the audience. And they don't even do PR with us, okay? That's how bad it is. And I know you're probably like, okay, Black-owned brands don't have money, we need to support them. But you think they would at least send us some PR? Huh? For me, this is where I feel like the toxicity started happening, because brands are capitalizing so much off of us, but then they're not reinvesting back within the same community that's helping them. And they keep creating these products and labeling them as such to be so enticing for us to buy. But is it really their fault, or is it our fault for buying all of these gimmicky products and using all of these products that we don't even need? I don't know, I feel like I'm going everywhere with this, but this conversation has so many different layers, you know what I mean? And then there is the creators within the natural hair community. Now I feel like I have a lot to say to my fellow creators. I guess I'm gonna just let it rip. Over the years, a lot of natural hair creators just simply stopped posting about hair. And as a creator myself, I don't blame you. What, we're gonna be broke forever? It's actually so hard to make it as a natural hair creator. And anytime I see a natural hair creator stop posting or transition into lifestyle or a different niche, I completely understand. It's really not sustainable for a lot of us to just be a natural hair creator if you're not A, pushing products, or B, if you post all these crazy over-the-top titles. Your hair will never stop growing unless you use my recipe. Use this for hair that will grow down to your butt. Unless you create titles like that, you're not gonna make it as a natural hair creator. And to be fair, I'm speaking from experience. This is my reality right now. I thought I could make it as a natural hair influencer, and I kept thugging it out for a while. At some point, baby, you're gonna have to make some business decisions and some business moves. We don't want to be broke forever. The other thing that we always complain about is that the views are no longer there when it comes to natural hair content. The community is not supportive, the audience is not there. And I feel like that's a double-edged sword, because yes, maybe we can blame it on the audience. Maybe we can say that, you know, people have different interests, they've moved on, they've gotten what they needed out of natural hair movement, and bye-bye, so they go. And on the other side, a lot of us creators are pretty repetitive with our content. We create the same videos over and over. Natural hair routine, natural hair growth recipes. Your hair would never stop growing until you tried this one product. Actually, those videos do well because that's feeding into your emotion of growing long hair. Other than that, a lot of our videos are pretty repetitive. However, when we do try to branch out and do something different, personally, I try to challenge myself creatively and maybe even talk about different topics that interest me, the views are not there. I spent all night yesterday actually filming and editing a video. Yes, it's a different topic, but there is zero support. Less than 0.001% of my audience click on the video. Is it the audience or is it me? And it's so hard sometimes as a creator to differentiate the two, to understand that the views and the income and all of that is not your worth, it's not your value. But it's also so hard to be in a position where you feel like you're always working so hard, you're always putting in 300% and then have no return on it. Of course, it's so enticing to start creating videos with sensationalized titles like grow your hair 17 inches in 2 seconds, because the audience is gonna fall for that and they are going to watch that video. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You see where I'm going with this? The type of videos that does well within the natural hair community nowadays are videos that are about some drama, some crazy recipe that's going to grow your hair fast, or videos like this where we're complaining about the natural hair community. Texture discrimination overall have made it so difficult for some of us within the natural hair community to make a living off of this. So at this point, it's like you're working for free. You putting out these videos for free. And that's how I'm starting to feel. Today was such a rough day for me mentally. I was crying earlier today just because I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. As much as I love natural hair, as much as I want to post about natural hair, but it's like, how long can I do something that's not gonna get me any return, you know? And I know why I post about natural hair. I post natural hair for young gen, for the younger generation, for them to see our texture, because guess what? They're not gonna see it on TV. They're not gonna see it on the billboard. So where are they gonna see it? I want to empower the younger generation to wear their hair, to feel confident wearing their hair, to understand that they can go places being themselves without having to hide under somebody else's texture. And at the same time, how long can I do this volunteering work? I have bills to pay too. Sometimes I wonder if my life would have turned out better if I didn't get into natural hair. If I had a different texture altogether, would my life be different? Would I have more success on social media if my texture was looser? Or if I just never got into the hair niche at all and just went into lifestyle or fashion or makeup like a lot of the girls were doing back in the day? Because like most of these makeup girls are pretty successful. It makes me emotional just thinking that way or talking about it that way, and I try not to. And I try not to let it bring me down, but you wonder how long can you take it? How long can you keep pushing for a cause that doesn't seem to support you back, you know? Anyways, I see a lot of new creators get in the game and they start posting about natural hair, and I'm like, abort, abort. Don't do it, girl. Diversify from the get-go, because brands are not gonna pay you. Natural hair brands are not gonna pay you. And unless you have some crazy title for your videos, you're really not gonna go anywhere. So I wonder what type of videos that you guys watch in your free time. And a lot of people say vlogs, but sometimes I wonder, who are you watching exactly? Is it because they are exotic looking? Is it because they have straight hair? Is it because they have curly hair? Like, what drew you to that person in the first place? If you do want to support a broke creator, I'm going to shamelessly plug myself in. I've partnered with a small Black-owned brand to sell a self-care box. And when was the last time you heard that a creator partnered with a Black-owned brand? When? We have only 20 boxes left of the self-care boxes for the winter, and then they're gone forever, girl. The self-care box provides everything that you need for you to just pause, hit reset, have a moment to yourself, to just take care of yourself, the mental, because that's important. Personally, I recharge every night when I take a shower, when I do my self-care routine. So if you're interested in a self-care box with great ingredients that will grow your hair 17 inches overnight, then check out the link down below. So what now? What do we do now that we are here? We can complain about the natural hair community all we want, but the way I see it, there's so many different layers to this issue, and it depends on who you talk to as well, right? There's, from the audience perspective, what was uplifting is no longer uplifting because creators are just pushing products. Brands are creating products that are frankly quite useless. How can we support channels with integrity when it comes to natural hair? Now that natural hair is no longer trending, how can creators navigate through this space? And I'm generally asking, those are the questions that keep me up at night, I think. How can I continue to create natural hair videos? Because I truly want to, and like I said, I create these videos for younger me, for the women that's confused with their hair, that wants to embrace their hair, that want to love their hair but don't really know where to start, or the person that wants to wear their hair but they don't really see it all around them. They don't see other people wearing their natural hair. Those are the people I create videos for. But you know, it's gotten to a point where it's really hard And I think as creators, I can complain about this to the end of times, especially if I'm talking to another creator, because I think we all have the same issues. So it's hard throwing in the towel if something's not working, if it's not sustainable. So what do you do? Anyways, like I said earlier, I just had a good crying session and I guess I kind of feel better now. At this point, I look at it as doing pro bono work, you know? Doing work for the community. But if we don't show up for the kids, if we don't keep the community going, then who will? That's the way that I think about it, and I don't want to hear us complain and let the natural hair community die, because it helped me so much. It helped me embrace my hair, and I feel like it helped a lot of women as well. We just have to maybe shift our mindset at this point and take the good, leave the bad, and move forward with the good. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. I don't know. I guess that's it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.